Neighbors 2, directed by Nicholas Stoller, starring Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, Zac Efron, Chloe Moretz Gomez. No,
Chloe Grace
Chloe
Moretz.
Grace
She's got the
Moretz.
grace. She needs to drop the grace, but yeah.
Chloe Grace Moretz, and a whole slew of other people who I can't remember off the top of my head. This is the sequel to the very popular movie from 2 years ago, Neighbors. Blank. What did you think?
Yeah, Neighbors 1, no colon. Well, I really enjoyed Neighbors. I loved the movie when it came out. I have it on Blu-ray. I've seen it a couple times. Laugh along with my friends. This movie was painful. A lot of standing around waiting for jokes to happen. Not a real good story going through. I know it's a simple thing. They live next door, but you got to have a little bit more character pieces in there. Overall, I had a couple funny parts. I definitely laughed out loud. I mean, it's a comedy. Jokes you're going to laugh at. Seth Rogen is funny. Rose Byrne is funny. They have great chemistry together. Efron is hilarious. I think he's got great facial expressions. He can play comedy pretty well. But overall, I was very disappointed in the movie, and it was kind of boring, really.
Yeah, I didn't see the first Neighbors. I didn't have any interest in seeing it, so I wasn't going to this one with very much high hopes, and I was very disappointed with it, too. Like you said, story, there was no narrative structure to this movie whatsoever. It just jumps around. It just putting scenes together in order with no purpose, really. I like the actors in here. I like Seth Rogen he's hit or miss for me, but I'm not a hater of him. I do like him. But,
he can be very funny or not funny at all.
Yeah.
You're kind of right about the hit and miss. So.
But Rose Byrne, I'm a huge fan of her, and Zac Efron, I'm a fan of as well. I'm not on the hate wagon for him. For Chloe, I loved her in Hit Girl in the Kick-Ass movies, but in this, just nothing. What you think?
She doesn't really. I don't know. I want to say that she isn't funny, but it's probably not that she isn't funny. It's just, you're working with a script that isn't funny, an idea that was completely played out in the first one. So this was, it's your, we talk about it all the time. This is your obvious sequel that need to happen, quick money grab.
Yeah.
The theater was full. It's Thursday night. The theater was full. Way more people in that theater than Nice Guys, that's the disappointment.
Unfortunately,
is, the marketing. So people are going to come out and see this movie. And, in an hour and a half, I laughed for like 8 minutes. That's not good enough for a comedy. I need to be laughing for 45 minutes. You can give me story, you can give me dramatic moments, but I need to be consistently laughing. There were large portions of this movie where I just sat there waiting, and then, a joke, okay, cool, that was funny, and then, a couple jokes right after that, and then we're back to 7 minutes of standing, so.
Yeah, I laughed for about half that time. The jokes I thought were just really stereotypical and predictable. You see them coming from a mile away.
Very sophomoric, all the humor.
Yeah,
Some of the humor in the original Neighbors was at least story-driven humor, so it made you laugh. This was all, because the story's the same as Poop and Fart.
It's all forced jokes, and it's basically nothing but gags. It's jokes that have nothing to do with the plot. It's just throwing random stuff out there to get you laugh. They also throw a lot of just very grotesque, vulgar, and over-the-top images at you, just for the sake of being vulgar, grotesque, and over the top.
Yeah. It's like an episode of Family Guy, but without the story, it's just, hey, remember that time when this happened? And hey, remember when Peter did this? And, you're right, it's like gag after gag, and there's just nothing, you're not interested enough in the characters to give a shit about the jokes that they're making or what they're doing, so. They're very disappointing, especially for a comedy to have a full theater. We all laughed together, but, we all laughed the 6 times that you were supposed to laugh during the movie, and the other 100 times that they threw a joke at you.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, all right. Drink my water, eat my popcorn. All right, well, I guess we'll try the next joke and see if that one's funny. So
I thought you were doing something else there for a second.
Yeah, that kind of looks hilarious off the screen. So, speaking of dick jokes, but I guess in the end, now that we've talked a little bit about Neighbors 2, sorority disappointment, would you recommend this movie, Eric?
No, just don't waste your money on it.
Don't go see this in the theater. Yeah.
Do something else this weekend. Go give your money to Shane Black.
Yeah, sorry kids, don't go see Neighbors 2.
Rose Byrne had some good moments in there. There's also the brilliant and comedic talent of A.B. Jacobson, who's absolutely wasted this movie. I'm a big fan of Broad City. It's the only cable network television show that I watch, and I think she's fantastic in that. She's absolutely wasted in this movie. Has nothing to do in this.
Well, that was the biggest problem with the movie is, just the same thing as the first one, but no one has anything to do instead of having something to do, like having a reason to be that character and to be in those situations.
Yeah.
They were, they were definitely just thrown, like, here you go, just go be funny, and, like, let's just improvise the whole movie and not even write it. That's kind of what I felt like I was watching.
Yeah.
So.
I felt like all the few times I did laugh, it wasn't due to the writing or the actual jokes themselves. It was really more due to the actors' performances.
Yeah, reacting to them actually, being funny on stage.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, I guess in that case, we're a no recommend on this movie. I can say don't bother. Pretty sure he's in the same boat as I am. So don't bother. Go see Nice Guys.